Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry I'm so late. I don't mean to be that late. We were doing a members only live and it kind of ran over a little bit. And then I had to go chase down the animals. They were everywhere. Had animals everywhere. Now they're all in one spot, except for one cat. He will not come in. He is doing his thing. He's out there laying on the bench and he's like, you know what I mean? He's like, don't bother me. Just get everybody out of here. We got Tessie right here. She did not want me to pick her up. I think she thought I was going to feed her to the dog. She was like crying, like, no. I was like, no, I'm going to put you in your bed. And then we got the dogs back there, if you can see them. They need a little light. I have that spotlight. I should have put it on them. That would be cute. But that's Araya and Mia, if you're new to the channel. Those are the producer, executive producer. We got to get a job for Tessie. She needs a job. Well, actually, we have Mia's sound and like lighting. They always sleep on the job though. And your host is me, I guess. And my name is Tanya, and this is Titanium Built. And thanks, Bree, for becoming a member. I saw you were the members only. I thought you renewed. Thank you. And hello, Catherine. Hello again, Ladybug. Hello again, Catherine. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Jen. It's good to see you again over here. Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, Simply. Hey, Lenora. It's good to see you guys. I feel like I haven't been on camera in over a week. That's a long time. I know I didn't do I forget what to say. Oh, I didn't do as many lives, but still more questions than answers. Yeah. You need to grab a drink too. There you go. Crystal said she needed a drink. Or Lenora, sorry, not Crystal. I was looking at Crystal's name. Hey, Cuffew. So there's some things that are new. There's some things that are going on, the new stuff for us is we're just kind of going over everything that's coming out. Like we're going over like old interviews and things of that nature. I know a lot of other channels are ride or die for, Brian Koberger. And it's weird to me because, for saying a guy's innocent, right? For like being on that side of the fence. Just hear me in my explanation for this. It doesn't make sense. Like, you think this guy's innocent. This guy himself has never even said out of his own damn mouth that he didn't do it. He's only said, yep, I did it. So why would you believe him? Why would you think that he was a liar? Why would you call him a liar? And don't say because of the death penalty. That's just stupid. He guilty AF. Where's that alibi? You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. Remember that? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Laura. Small on your phone. I'm on the big screen now. Well, welcome in, everybody. Tonight we're going to go over, there's a couple things I wanted to go over with you. I want to go over Jack Showalter's interview, his first one that he did. It's like 46 minutes long. They put him in the hot seat. They interviewed him pretty extensively, I would say. I want to say, like, I'm going to go look at the second part. Because the second part is an hour and 11 minutes, 58 seconds. So an hour and 12 minutes, and this one's 46 minutes. So 2 hours, he was in there. Out of all of the interviews that we have went over so far, and some we haven't, I have to post them. Nobody's been in that seat. Okay, like one person. And that was Eric Growers, and that was his second interview. And that was an hour and 41 minutes. So they really talked to him too. But other than him, they didn't really like Bethany Funk. They did. Okay, hers was long. 2 hours. Yeah, looks like we watched a lot. Okay. And then Jack's will be like 2 hours. So yeah, other than, those 3 interviews, 4 interviews, they had one for an hour, but that's not 2. So, I mean, yeah, they really, did did their due diligence, here. So they really talked to him. I'm interested to see what they said. I did watch a little bit of it, but I like to watch it with you guys. I don't know. Some videos, like, I don't know, Nancy Grace and stuff. I used to anyway. I used to watch hers, always listen to her before I would come on live. But then I thought the live reactions kind of sometimes better. Hey Midwest, hey Boone. But it just, I don't know. It depends on, I guess, the day. If I listen to the Nancy one beforehand or not. But I do love Nancy. I should actually. I'm just going to go see what she's talking about tonight. It's probably Nancy Guthrie. Everyone is still talking about Nancy Guthrie, which, I mean, everyone should be. She's missing, but I mean, it's the people that are covering that. I would just not like that. I know she has some videos out there about David, but I think she's at the Kentucky Derby. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby. So before we get into the Showalter interview, I want to watch this new Asget. Asget Industries is a creator on YouTube. Well, she's mostly on TikTok, but she puts her videos over to YouTube. I'm going to drop her link in the chat. If you guys have never seen her animations, they're extremely detailed. They're really good. If you've watched her for any amount of time, especially over the last few years, like I have, you've seen her, just grow and get better and better. And she does do these animations really well. I want to say, like, I thought she did them for school, but I thought her dad got her into them. I can't remember. She said at one time how she got into it, but she's doing so. Remember how we watched the last one? Let me see what the last one was titled, so I can tell you what happened. Okay, so what happened in Maddie's room, the Idaho murders. That was the first one. This one will go into that as well. So we'll see a little bit of that. And then the next one, this is like part 2. And it's called Running to Xana's Room. And let me grab her actual link. See if I could do something really quick. I'm going to put it in the chat for you, but I wanted to see if I can put it in my description because I forgot. Okay. This is her link for her channel. Hey, PKC, welcome in, everybody coming in. And then I'll put that in throughout. Hey, Tony. Welcome in. And if I didn't see you, welcome in. And thanks, Lenora. I had a really good surgeon. Thank you. If you guys couldn't tell, again, I'm on camera again. I got my face back. I'm trying to kind of put me up there. It looks, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but it was just a little uneven, little dent in over here. But yeah, the bruising's going down like pretty good. So I'm like, I'm going back on camera. And then how am I going to get me back to there it is. I'm like, where do I usually have me? But I had a great surgeon. But yeah, it's been a week and 1 day and I'm still feeling it like in my stomach area. Cause that's where they like took the fat from. But we'll get there. So let me pull up Asget. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button for me. It really will help. And let me go to this. I started watching this and I was like, no, watch it with them. So this is Asget and she posted this just the other day. So I will link her video in the chat as well. So let me copy that. And thank you guys for being here. And make sure you go over there, you give a review, like her videos. Even if it's not this case, she has covered the, I believe it was the presidential shooting, maybe. I think she covered that. The Murdoch case, she covered that. Animations, and they're really good. Karen Reed, she did some animations, I believe, for Karen Reed. So she's done them for some bigger cases.
Everyone, this is part 2 of the Brian Koberger case, Running to Xana's Room. Before we begin, I wanted to thank everyone for their patience. I know it's been a while since part 1, but some personal circumstances made it important for me to take a step back for a moment. Everything's good now, so let's continue on. In part 1, we talked about the spatter evidence and how it lined up with Maddie and Kaylee's location and position. We also showed how Brian Koberger attacked them from the edge of the bed, leaving an impression in the blanket by his knee. And there were other things, like the location of the knife sheath and how the blood spatter calculations were done. Now we're going to explore the timing and the evidence in between Maddie and Xana's room. What I'll do is play the illustration with little interruption, which will show where everyone was, and then we'll explain more. Brian is about to start his attack, and the time is 4:16 a.m. It's believed seconds ago he opened Kaylee's door to her room and saw no one there, but he left the door open. This allowed Murphy to come out and see what was going on. When Koberger starts attacking Kaylee and Maddie in Maddie's room, Murphy starts barking. The barking was caught on audio by the neighbor's security camera. It recorded a number of barks, which helps in telling us where Murphy was at the time. The sounds of barking grabs Xana's attention, and she comes out of her room to see what's going on. It also starts waking up Dylan. While in the hallway, Xana hears commotion going on up in Maddie's room, and goes upstairs to check it out. When getting there, she sees a stranger and yells someone's in the house and runs downstairs. Brian panics and chases after Xana, but he's unfamiliar with the step up to the living room. So he trips and flings his arms to catch his balance. This knocks over the cups, further waking up Beth downstairs with all the commotion. As we were going through the scene, you would have noticed a bunch of red dots placed in different locations. These were markers left by the investigators. The scene here is where Xana sees Koberger in Maddie's room. As he chases after her, he bumps the door with his left arm. This left behind a transfer stand that matches with Kaylee and Maddie. Continuing as we go downstairs, you'll see some more markers. Koberger's hand touches the rail as he runs down the stairs, leaving behind transfer stains, one resulting in DNA match with Maddie. Moving forward to the end, Koberger swiped a corner, transferring these stains to 3 locations. All 3 of these stains tested positive for the presence of blood. As he rounds the corner, he holds out his hand to balance himself, creating another blood transfer labeled J.
I'm just going to pause it for a second. Now, doesn't this sound more like what would happen than it being some other person's blood, some other guy's? Like, I mean, I don't know. She's just really good. She's good at explaining things. I wish I could do. I always said I wanted to learn animations too. I don't know if I ever will, but I hope one day I will learn. They look hard, but I think that it'd be good for the channel visually, like seeing things visually, you know.
He then enters the living room. He trips and flings his arms to catch himself. There are many things that support this illustration, and we're going to show these details next, starting here. In this illustration, you can see an area saturated here with water. When officers first arrive, you can see these wet areas marked here, and as we move forward, you can see it here on the table as well. Let's rewind that so we can see it here again. In later photos, the water has dried up, but it is visible here and in many other videos. Here's another view from another officer's body cam. In this image, we can see here that 7 cups are on the floor. The other 3 cups remain on the table. Together they made up the triangle at the end. In this section, you would see how the cups would have been set up, each of them holding an inch or 2 of water. Because these cups remain undisturbed, including the bottle on the table and a few other items, it's believed the table wasn't bumped, but instead that the cups were struck from the side. In Beth's interview, she recounts hearing the cups hit the floor.
You heard the pong table slide on the floor like someone had bumped into it. Mm-hmm. Did you hear
anything? Cups fall or something.
You heard what?
Either cups fall off of it or like the table moved to the side.
Let's look more at the living room. Here you can see a list of different markers of different stains found throughout the area. All of these markers were diluted with blood splatters. What happens is, Koberger strikes the cups, and then flings his arms back through the fluid, diluting the blood on his gloves before it casts off to the wall. Because Xana was in the path of the cast-off, it creates a masked area where no stains are found, which is illustrated here. From the time the attack started in Maddie's room to entering the hallway of Xana's room, only 1 minute of time has passed.
Thank you, Julian. 1 minute has passed. And all that time. I mean, people were like, he couldn't do this. Not amount of time. I guess someone else could, though.
Thanks again for watching. Part 3 is in the works, and it'll illustrate what happened in Xana's room.
I really want to go over these and go back over the pictures of the of the house. Because she, I mean, you know, that to me makes sense. She didn't like add anything. She wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, she just was like, this is what she thinks. And I mean, and that is where the bloodstains were. And they were just like little, like, you know, specks, like dots. So, I mean, it makes sense. Makes sense. I love her stuff. So make sure you go over, subscribe to her. Really quick story about Asget. I found her on TikTok. I don't even get on TikTok. I don't know how I found her on it, but I did. I found her on TikTok. And another lady that was on the platform, she's a woman, so let's not say girl. Another woman was stealing her videos from TikTok. She went on News Nation and everything. She watermarked over this girl, over Asget's watermark. Like, you see where mine says like TV true crime? She put her watermark over that, put it out there as her own, and then went on like News Nation and stuff and was like, yeah, it was me. And we all busted her because we were like, I was like, that's Asget. I was so mad. I was like, I know who that is. Like, I know who that is. So if you guys don't know who this is the hoodie guy. He was seen with the girls, you know, the night of the homicides. Everybody in there, you know, everybody that follows this case or was following this case, especially in the beginning, you know, you talked about him. We talked about him. Every channel talked about him. Some channels really talked about him. And some channels still talk about him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I remember they said that he like fled to Africa or something. And I'm like, what? Like that is like, I'm like, I don't even know who made that up. I don't even know where that came from. I mean, if he did go to Africa, he went to Africa, but like I don't think he did. I think his parents they said his parents were attorneys though. I don't know. Another Jack. We got Jacks all over the place. Tony, you're from Scotland? Oh my goodness. We have a good friend from Scotland. Her name's Isabel. And that Isabel, she put a comment on my other page the other day, trying to be funny. She made fun of me. But this is 46 minutes long, so we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. I don't know why it says Ada County Sheriff's Office like on like the picture. I'm not sure why it says that, but it does. Did he get arrested? Perhaps. Underage drinking? I don't know. But this is his interview from just 3 days after the homicides. They were talking to everybody during this time, right? So he's just another one on the list. But this one should be a good interview to listen to because obviously he was with the girls that night. A lot of people thought that he had something to do with it because of their interaction. You know, we got to see that Twitch stream, which we had never done anything like that before on this channel. I know a lot of other channels have never streamed Twitch to their YouTube. So it was like something new we were all doing. But a lot of people were dissecting that video piece by piece, and they saw the way, you know, to me, he just looked like a dude that was hanging out with them. I don't know. Even when they left and when like he put his hands up like this, I thought, oh, he's just mad because, you know, they just left without him. And that's kind of what they ended up doing. So like, I don't know, but we'll see what he has to say. If you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you're like, who's this lady I'm watching right now? My name's Tanya. This is Titanium Built. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Dad's a doctor. Mom is too. Okay, maybe that's what it is. I was thinking they were attorneys. So maybe they're doctors. I know it was something like, you know, a higher, nicer, you know, got to have your degree job. So I knew it was a good Sorry, that was really loud. Okay, this is going to be loud. I'm going to put on the closed captionings. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to put overlays over. I wanted to, but if I put overlays over, then you guys won't be able to read the closed captions. And I think you guys would rather use the closed captions or listen or see those. So I think that's what we're going to do. If you guys are like, we don't need the closed captions, then I will put it on. I can always change up the picture for you. It just doesn't, the words don't go over the picture. Okay, I'm going to turn this up slowly so it doesn't hurt your eardrums again.
November 16th, 3:16 p.m. We're at
3:16.
to speak with John.
What's up with the country music in the back?
Yeah. It's around this way. Yeah.
I'd fast forwarded, but I think that they're getting ready to talk. And welcome in Twisted Crime Tales. And I'm going to put the link for this video too in the description and in the chat. Wait, hold on. I'm like,
Hey, good. How you doing? Hey, Chuck Miller. I'm Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, we got contacted by Moscow PD.
Yeah, I assume someone would.
Come talk to you. Okay, we're talking to, well, unfortunately, every Idaho kid lives down here in the valley, so now we've been saddled.
I'm glad to hear from you guys.
Okay. Do you want to do it in here or?
You guys are welcome to come in. Both my parents are gone right now, but that doesn't matter. One of them is about to show up.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Bob.
This is Gary.
Yeah, how you doing?
okay, I got a feel for it now. Cops show up, they turn on their body cam, and then they're walking into the house. They're like, hey, pup. Okay. Got it. Gotcha. Jack Showalter. He's in town. He's not in Africa.
You
I wonder, really quick, I won't pause it for a while. I wonder when the Africa thing came out. Like, I wonder when, because it came out pretty quick. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you play?
No, before you know.
Oh, okay. This is probably the best room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you guys one who just called me?
No. we
Okay,
did not.
news has been reaching out to me today, so
The news has?
a couple different news outlets have been trying to talk to me. So
Okay,
I'm trying not to talk to them.
It's a good idea. We are not going to tell the news what you say to us. I mean, we try to keep.
I'm not worried about that, but like I didn't even know how I could, because like I kind of talked to one of them for a second, and they wanted an interview. I was like, I'm gonna talk to my parents, and they both just got back from. So they both.
Where were they? Maybe he said Africa right there. Maybe they came back from Africa. I don't know. But man, I wish we knew what they said, what he said right there. And I cannot believe I can't. I'm going to see when I want to see when the video came out. Cause it was like around that time. So.
I'm like their last day, I suppose.
Oh, shoot.
So yeah, it's been kind of a crazy. Or week, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
Like,
like,
just text my mom real quick and let her know that you guys are the ones that.
yeah, we're from the state police, not Moscow, so.
You're dealing with the big boys. Actually, this video, hold on. The video is live streamed. Why does it say November 16th? Because it says on here that it was widely shared on November 16th, but that is the same day as this interview. But then it says recording date. The footage was recorded in the early hours of Sunday, November 13th. I don't know. I'm going to still look into it. I'm going to look into it. Because I'm thinking the day before, and that's why the news are calling him now, right?
Oh, hey, Bob.
If he's a bother, I can put him somewhere else.
No,
Doesn't bother me.
no, we've been working on and then we got pulled off that.
Caitlin kid?
They've got a missing kid over there that's been missing for like a year. Okay, let me just start. Your name is, do you go by Jay?
I go by Jack. My name is Jack.
Okay, and what's your date of birth, Jay?
2000.
And
Do you mind if I get a drink for this?
No.
no,
You guys need anything?
no, we're fine. We're fine.
Polite.
Sorry about that.
No.
That's okay. I'm going to take it. You've probably never really been interviewed by the police before, have you?
But like this is just like really serious and like I don't know, it's just like you just don't think something this close to home like is gonna happen, and then like you kind of don't think it's like real, and then slowly like the news is talking about it, and like they're just confirming everything.
Yeah.
Like it kind of just like starts like being more reality. Like I don't know, it's just like crazy. At first, you just didn't think it's all rumors and
But this was, yeah. I mean, my son went to U of I, so it's a little weird to me that what's going on.
so it's pretty scary.
Okay, so obviously this is your parents' house. This is
Yes,
where you
sir.
grew up. You come back here for the summers and stuff. I mean,
Oh.
when
Last summer, I was working.
okay,
But for like winter breaks, Thanksgivings,
this is home. You come home
yeah,
to.
I'll come back here. But I have a residence in Moscow right now.
Okay, what's the address to that residence?
52.
Okay, I kind of know that area then.
It's literally they were
What was because the Moscow PD gave us an address for that house of
their house. Like
King Road?
yeah, so King Road and like Queen Road like intersect. So like this is King and this is Queen, and their house is like here, and I'm farther down in the apartments.
How far do you think that is? Oh, okay. So you are pretty close.
Like my like investigation, like the first day, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty scary. Definitely like nerve wracking, like walking outside of the apartments and stuff a little bit.
Did you know these individuals?
So I know Maddie and Xana fairly well. The male I've never met, and then the Kaylee chick I was with the night of, but I wasn't really aware of who she was. I was more like friends with Maddie, and that's why I was hanging out with them. And then I didn't find out until a day or two after that she was the person with me and Maddie at Grub Truck after the bars.
Okay, so
So when he heard it, he was probably like, hot damn. Not only did my friend Maddie get killed, but the girl that was with her, that we were all hanging out with, she got killed. This guy probably had a lot on his shoulders after that. If you think about this, okay, if you think about it, he took it upon himself, right? Because I don't think that Maddie and Kaylee was like, hey, we need a chaperone. You know what I mean? I think he took it upon himself and he was like, hey, you guys are like, walking home alone. You're going to get food or whatever. Let me go with you and walk with you. And I think that's what he was doing. And I forgot what I was going to say now. I just like, it just slipped my mind, but I think that he just got like a lot of flack for that. Like, I think he just got a lot of trouble because he was seen on camera. Everybody on YouTube that is in true crime, I'm telling you, not everybody, most people, I don't do it. But you have to have a villain in your like story, your conspiracy story a lot of the times too, right? If you're trying to like say, well, Brian Koberger didn't do it, it was this guy, and that you're showing like grub truck video, you know what I mean, from Twitch from 3 years ago, and you're just like going through it. I mean, you could be doing that. But I personally think he was just there. He saw those two girls. He's like, hey, I'm going to walk you guys home. Maybe he thought he was going to get lucky. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he had a thing for Maddie, though. It seemed like even in here, he said, like, I knew Maddie more. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he didn't know that maybe he did know she had a boyfriend. Maybe he didn't know. I don't know. But he's a college kid walking two girls home from the bar. You never know. I don't know.
You were friends with Kaylee. Am I, or Maddie?
Maddie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
My name's
Okay, sorry, I've got it right now. But I shouldn't be talking?
I don't know. Do I need to have anyone with me?
I don't even know. I don't know what they want from you. Hi.
James.
How are you? Should he have a lawyer?
He's not a suspect or anything. We need to know, we know that he was with at the corner club and at a grub club thing.
Right.
That's all we know, that you have been seen with him.
Yeah, I'm totally comfortable talking to you guys.
Okay.
Okay, can I sit in here?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can sit in
absolutely.
here too.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
How you knew, you knew Maddie or?
Yeah, Maddie, I've known, he's, I think, the oldest out of the group who was playing. She was in my PC, so I've just known her since freshman year. She's had relationships with some of my buddies, so I've just always known her. Whenever like my girlfriend came to visit for events or formals, she was always hanging out with her and being like nice and being like, they weren't really like friends. She just.
Okay, so he has a girlfriend. Let me take that back. Let's rewind that. Wow. So he was just being a nice guy. He was literally, go Jack, you know? I'm glad that I didn't go after you at all. I'm glad I didn't. But that's nice. That's really nice. He said, my girlfriend will come down. They were friends. You know what I mean? College guys are dumb. But there's more, you know what I mean? There's more than the girls that know your girlfriend. You're not going to do that. You know what I mean? You're not going to do that. We'll take it back a minute. A second so you guys can hear it.
Whenever like my girlfriend came to visit for events or formals, she was always hanging out with her and being like nice and being like, they weren't really like friends. She'd just like come around and be a part of the group, so she was just always kind. So I just always thought of her as a nice person. And then I had a class with her this semester, so she'd help me with homework and stuff, and we hang around the same crowd. So yeah, I'd see her and Xana all the time, and I suppose I'd probably see Kaylee a lot, but I just didn't know who she was.
Okay.
And then I don't think I've ever met the dude before, Xana's boyfriend before.
Okay, so he isn't really does he even go to school at U of I?
I believe he's a SIG Chi is what I've heard. Okay. I think he's a year younger than me. I think.
Okay.
I've never had a conversation with him.
So, I mean, your relationship besides the male is just friends, associates from school.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not romantically involved with anybody, just friends. Okay.
No, Maddie Mogan, she's dating one of the fraternity brothers of mine. That's I'm not a close friend of mine. He's a year older than me, but one of my brothers. So I've just always thought of her as like a good friend.
Okay, what's his name?
He lives in as well.
Okay.
I actually spoke to him on the phone today, just because he's aware that I was with her, and just kind of telling him like how I was with her and stuff, and why.
Wow, that's sad. That's freaking sad. We're over here on the damn internet, and I don't mean we're, but you know, people are going after this guy. And you know what he's doing? He's busy talking to Maddie's boyfriend Jake talking to him saying, because he's like, you were with her last, like, you know what I mean? And like, what happened? Tell me what happened. What was she doing? Like, that's sad. That's what he was spending his time doing, was talking to him.
I'm sure he was wondering, but he's doing okay. But, yeah, so no, nothing romantic. Like, I have a ex-girlfriend that I'm still kind of pretty trying to talk to.
Okay. Yeah, I know how that goes. Okay, so on that night, I mean, this, if I get to, and remember, we're getting this relayed to us from Moscow. So, it sounds like everybody's out on a Sunday night. Was it a
Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Well, it turns into a Sunday morning, I suppose, because I think it was a game day, and we were out at the bars after the game day, and then it was close to 2. So I originally, Maddie, when I was just talking to Maddie at the bar, and for whatever reason, she was like, "We're going to John's Alley to do blah blah blah. Like, do you want to come?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds fun. I don't go there often. Go to the corner club." So I just thought that would be fun. And then, like, the original reason they wanted to go is get some sort of food that John's Alley had. But on the way there, they just wanted to get grub truck for whatever reason. So then I was just with them there at grub truck. As you could see in the video, I was just kind of standing while they're getting their food. And then right after they got their food, I don't know who it was. I just thought it would be one of their friends, picked them up in a silver sedan. And then they just went home, and that was the last I talked. Like I said, "Have a good night, Maddie." Like, they got in the car and left, and I walked home. Since normally we have DDs, but their shift stops at 2. It was past 2, so I had like a nice coat and stuff. So I just walked home.
Okay.
And then went to bed, and then had people calling me in the morning because I live right there and stuff. And they're like, "Do you know what's going on? Have you seen outside?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "There's like caution tape and stuff around that house and stuff." I didn't believe them and stuff.
So you come home, sounds like a fun night. Go to the corner club. Been there a few times in my life.
I think I got home around 3-ish.
Around 3?
Yeah, because we were probably at the grub truck a little, sometime after 2. Probably left grub truck sometime 2:20, 2:30 maybe. It took me 20, 30 minutes to walk from grub truck to just went, I kind of cut across in between this house called, like, I don't even go by their house the way I go home. I can show you on maps if you like.
Sure, yeah.
Direction I go home.
I think I know where you're going to cut through, because
I don't take the.
Everybody's cut through there.
So I guess I'd be like coming from downtown over here, and I think I'd cut across, like, I forget what street it is, but I'd be coming down either Ave or this road, and then instead of going all the way down and around and up the street, you just cut through this house.
Okay.
Right in between these two houses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then my apartment is this building, I believe.
And which one is the scene on here then?
I believe it's this house down. I believe
that square right there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've only been to that house like once in my life, so it's crazy. I didn't even like realize what like house it was until afterwards. And I don't know, like a ton of my friends were there earlier in the day. Like I'm pretty sure they had a party there. It's just crazy.
Okay, now that would be important. Remind me, I'll come back to it. So you get home, go to bed. What time did you get woken up or whatever?
I don't know. I think I started watching like NFL football at like 10. I think I didn't get woken up. I think I just woke up at like 10. I always wake up, just start watching NFL. I usually just watch NFL all day on Sundays. So I was just normal Sunday watching TV. Kind of.
I have a friend that does that. They would go out to the bars on Saturdays, and then they'd wake up, and as soon as they would wake up, they'd go downstairs and plop their butt on the couch and watch NFL all day.
Recovering. And then, I just got calls from my buddies, like, asking, like, what's going on, because, like, there's a ton of cops over by my place, and just everyone's trying to figure out what's happening because no one knows anything.
But you didn't recognize that there was police activity until your buddies told you?
Because the way my apartment is, like, I have to actually walk down the street to even tell there was anything going on, because it's like it kind of does like a little drop off in the road.
Yeah, it's kind of hilly in there, isn't it?
So if you're like, you have to like go to the very end for you to even like see down. So like I did walk down there because I didn't believe like what people were saying. So like I walked down there, and like it took me like all the way to the end for me to start seeing the trailers and the cops and the tape and stuff. And then, yeah, I was like, okay, this is kind of serious, because it's weird. You always just like, there's like a rumor of an unconscious person. You're like, okay, that's believable. It's Moscow. Someone got too drunk. And then you just start hearing more.
Okay. And so, I mean, when did you realize, okay, this isn't, somebody passed out or somebody OD. This is serious.
So people just started.
Not that the others aren't, but.
So we just have a lot of group chats. I mean, we have technology. Everyone's a tight-knit community. Word spreads fast, and I just, in our group chats, just started hearing a bunch of different rumors and started hearing people's names, because obviously people know who lives there. And then people just started talking to each other and like doing head counts. We don't have this person. And then I think people just started like connecting the dots of who lived there.
So and I apologize, do all these fraternities and sororities, do they have these little group chats? I mean, is that how everybody
It's
kind of?
mostly like, it's just like between my own house. Like, do you know what like PCs are? So each year you go into the house, it's your PC. So you're like PC 19, PC 18, it's your year.
Okay, thank you.
Pledges together, yeah.
So those usually have a group chat, and then the entire house will have a chat, so then you can just communicate throughout the house. Usually house to house, they don't have anything. Maybe the presidents will have a chat just so they can communicate. But just everyone, it's just a small campus. Everyone kind of knows everyone.
Yeah.
People have like beefs between houses, but for the most part, a lot of houses commingle with a lot of different events and a lot of different stuff. So we're friends with a bunch of different houses. So people talk very quickly throughout houses.
And what site or means are these chats conducted on? Are we talking like TikTok?
I think we usually use like Snapchat, and they have like GroupMe's. Mostly those two are like the most efficient. I think they have maybe random ones here and there.
Okay.
Like Instagram.
So none of the really dark ones that we have to.
Like Yik Yaks or what do you mean?
He's better at them than me.
No, like some of like the, people have the Discord and the Telegram and some of that stuff that are designed to be encrypted and all that stuff.
I think it's for gaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, that's good. You don't know about them then.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So then you learned that obviously there's been a homicide near your house. I mean, do you decide to come home? What do you do once you learn that?
Pretty much, I kind of heard from a lot of my friends that everyone's pretty much backing out, and no one really feels comfortable. Like I was kind of jumpy, just like walking in and out of my apartment doing stuff. Like every time, like one of my neighbors would be like, come around the corner, I'd be like, not really that comfortable. So it just seemed like everyone was leaving. I'm pretty much able to do what class I would have had from my computer, but pretty much all of my teachers decided to just push everything back. But I just didn't feel like it was that important to stay in Moscow.
Well, it doesn't sound like you were the only one. That's why we're running around this valley trying to find
Find
everybody.
everybody, yeah, I got you guys involved.
Even at the end of the day, like, I feel like if it's solved, it's just like I'm comfortable. Like people just seem to like be with their families for a little bit. I don't think school's the focus for a lot of people at the moment.
Yeah. So
He's smart. He's really smart.
So Sundays when you find out, and then is it Sunday that was it Sunday you came home, or Monday, or Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of packed up the next morning.
Okay.
And out once like we start hearing more confirmations of how many people, because at first you just think it's like one unconscious person, and then you find out it's a quadruple homicide. It's kind of big deal, and they haven't found anyone. So.
Did you find out about some of that part before like news and stuff started broadcasting it?
Yeah, from families. I think family members were telling a lot of people stuff.
Okay.
I heard like in our group chats, like people are like, so and so's mom said this person like maybe did this, or there's a bunch of different rumors from maybe family members talking to the police.
And then when you were at the Corner Club, you were with Kaylee and Maddie. Was Xana there too, or?
I don't think so. I don't think she's 21.
Okay.
I think she's
So Xana and her boyfriend weren't with you guys when you.
20.
Okay, so they.
I think, I'm not sure, but it seemed almost like that the car that was out front their house was the car that picked them up, but I'm not sure. So my guess is maybe Xana and her boyfriend might have picked them up. I don't know though.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think when they were getting picked up, it definitely seemed like their friends. It wasn't like some random person picking them up.
Okay. Did it seem like an Uber? It didn't seem like an Uber or
I mean, we don't really have
ride share or whatever.
Uber. It's mostly like TD, like freshmen or friends.
Okay.
It's usually how people get around town in Moscow.
But they seem more friendly than that.
We have our pledges, drive us around, so people usually have pretty safe, comfortable rides.
Yeah.
I'd never think twice about them getting in someone's car like that.
Okay. And you said it kind of seemed like the car out front was maybe the same car that picked them up?
Well, I mean, it was just a silver sedan. That's pretty basic. There's a lot of silver sedans, but I didn't really pay much attention to like looking for a description.
Sure, yeah.
I just recalled thinking about that night because I was honestly with them probably only like half an hour. It's like the craziest thing. Like looking back on it, like the timing is just insane.
And then you were talking about the group of them that were there. So besides Maddie and Kaylee, who else was with them at the bar that then left and went to the?
It was just us three who left.
Oh, okay.
And then everyone else at the grub truck were just random people. I started chatting with some random dude for like a few minutes while they're up at the window doing their thing. Like I don't like grub truck. I'm not gonna go and order food and spend a ton of money there, so I'm not gonna go and hang out at the window.
Up at the window.
Yeah, I was just hanging back while they did their thing. And then I also didn't know that they were getting picked up, but at the end of the day, like I don't plans change all the time, so I didn't care. I didn't think much of it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go home at this point. Seems like everyone's wrapping it up. But I could not tell you who was at the Corner Club because there's a good amount of people there.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So did you show up with somebody at the Corner Club or just go there because you knew everybody knows that's where everybody goes?
I was with a lot of like my friends and stuff. And I have like friends who work there and stuff like that. And know everyone pretty like that's the bar we go to. We go there pretty regularly.
Yeah, it's a regular bar.
It's the spot.
Yep. Okay. Oh, you mentioned that there was maybe a party at the scene earlier in the day.
I'm not big on like I went to the Whites earlier in the day, but I'm not big on like the out of house parties. There's a lot of sophomore, freshman crowd, and I'm older. I kind of just like going to hang out at the bars. But I just heard like rumors after the fact that they did have like people over earlier in the day. So like that just made people like just speculate like they were just because maybe they had a party that somehow that drawed attention to, I don't know. People were just speculating different stuff that maybe because they had a party, someone found out their address. I don't know.
But you don't know they had a party.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually had a party.
And you didn't go to one.
Like I just heard a ton of rumors.
Well, I'm sure there's.
The kids are just.
Yeah.
And nothing from law enforcement. So,
another question. You say you knew Maddie pretty well, Kaylee not as much, Xana pretty well, or whatever. And I don't want to be insensitive asking it, but trying to figure out, did they party a little bit with drugs off and on?
I would say I have no idea about the male, of course. I have no idea what he does. I know Xana can get a little wild with partying. I would say, that my knowledge, Maddie is more of a straight arrow, just alcohol.
Okay.
She's pretty close to graduating. What I've heard from some posts is that I knew she was going to graduate, but apparently she already had a job lined up and stuff.
Okay.
Seemed like she had stuff pretty much planned, so I don't think she'd be risking that with that sort of stuff. It's just like a normal Saturday night. They like to drink, but I would say Xana maybe has done some substances. Kaylee, I have no idea.
Okay.
Say not, from judging her. She doesn't seem like the type of person to
Okay.
do a lot of drugs, but I don't know. I was only with her for like 30 minutes, and I cannot recall like meeting her before then. Cause like when I heard Kaylee, I thought it was a different Kaylee at first.
Okay.
I thought it was like Kaylee, or I forget her last name, but I thought it was a different Kaylee.
Okay.
I never recalled meeting this girl. No, I was with her the night before, so it was crazy.
Okay.
Did Haley have any, I mean, that's a little different, but problems with anybody?
Not that I don't know her. Like I have no clue. I've heard rumors of a stalker. Don't know for who. I've heard rumors that she had a stalker after the fact, but like I've known nothing about her until after this stuff happened.
Leading up to it, was there anything with, I know you knew Xana and Maddie a little better, with either of them about stalkers or exes or any of that?
I heard of it. I mean, as far as Maddie's relations go, before she was with her current boyfriend, her current boyfriend is like a stand-up dude, a great dude, wouldn't do anything. She was kind of like, not dating, but kind of like on and off with one of my close buddies, and he's also someone I'd never think he wouldn't do anything either. And that was like, well, they were like on and off a long time ago, just like friends, like, you know. They weren't really anything titled.
Okay.
But no, I couldn't think of anything. And as far as Xana and her boyfriend goes, I don't know them well, but from what I've heard, their relationship seemed great. Like they were happy, like they were always hanging out. It seemed like.
Okay.
I don't know. It seemed like everyone was like having perfect life. It seemed like anything was wrong with anyone.
These rumors of the stalker, do you know who we could talk to find out more information about the stalker, or if somebody was bugging her?
I'd say just any girl, any Pi-Fi girl, because I believe I know Maddie is a Pi-Fi, and I believe Kaylee's a Pi-Fi. So they would definitely be talking. I believe the girls would know, if anything, or just the girls in the house would know the most about people they're talking to, I'd assume. I'm sure girls talk. Right?
How did you guys find?
I called him.
Yeah, he called
Yeah.
Moscow PD and said that he wanted to talk to him, but then he's down here.
Oh, and then they sent.
And now we're getting
I
lists.
get you. I bet you got a lot of lists. Yeah, sorry about that, but thank you.
Every kid got out of there. Yeah.
I did. We just said get
I'm
out.
surprised there's
Come on.
like a few stuff there. I'm like, where you guys go?
So, I mean, that's why we're here.
Well, we appreciate it.
Can you think of anybody that it would be, I mean, even if you don't have like any hard info, but between the group chats and all that stuff, do you think there's anybody that really stands out as someone we should talk to that might have some?
That's the crazy thing about it. Like, I'm also like a bad person to talk to, because if you ask like anyone, like I'm pretty like chill with everyone, but like for most of the past few years when I was in a relationship, I was either hanging out with my girlfriend, or like she'd be in Moscow hanging out with me, and I wouldn't be doing stuff with everyone.
Okay.
Or I'd be in a different college town hanging out with her because she went to a different school. So a lot of people just kind of even didn't know me that well, just because I was not there that much. So I don't like know a lot of people's relationships, like who would be going on.
Is there anybody that they're? Yeah.
Just like with Moscow, like it's like you can't think of like anyone, because it's all just like college students. Like it's a small town. You don't think of like anything crazy happening, or like anyone you could think of that would want to hurt anyone. Like,
can you think anybody who would have been in good proximity to maybe be a witness, or you know what I mean, maybe have seen something or anything like that?
I don't know. I feel like anyone who lives on King Street, since like if it's a Saturday night, people could possibly be up between the hours of 12 to 4 for whatever reasons. I don't know. There could be people out and about, but I don't know. Maybe just anyone on that street. People that's pretty far away, but Sig Kai is across the field, kind of from those houses. They kind of have a view over there, but I don't know.
Okay.
What about, let's set students aside, you know, every town has a troublemaker. you know, in the town, whether it not being a student necessarily, but you know,
I wouldn't say anyone really gets into that much legal trouble. It's all just like that's when people think it's crazy, because like the craziest thing that happens is people getting like MIPs and DUIs. Like it's like drinking stuff. It's not like acting out. Like, of course, people like it.
I don't know what MIP is. Minor influence. So I don't know. Something under the influence, I guess. So I know. I was so hungry, and Vincent was like, "I got food." I was actually went out there to look. I was like, "You got food?"
Fights, but like there's no one who like, I don't know, or would like that I could think of that would like want to hurt girls.
Is there any rumors going around on the group chats of who people think may have done it? No?
I haven't heard anyone.
Okay.
That's why everyone is just so like scared. That's like the number one reason I'd say like a lot of people are scared is because it is such a tight community, and no one knows who it is. So it feels like it could be like anyone, like, you know, who could, like, you don't know who it is. It could be your friend, supposedly. They don't know who it is. Like, the cops don't know who it is, and not telling us. Like,
yeah,
kind of worries you.
What about it? Nothing in the rumors about what this could be over? I mean, everybody's going to speculate, of course, but nothing like that going on in the...
Minor in possession. Okay, so that's what. Okay, I didn't know what the MIP stood for. I knew it was something in possession. So possession of like underage possession of an alcohol, like alcohol. And like, so story time. I went to a party and I was 19, I believe. I was 19, yeah, and I was having some drinks with a friend. I'm not gonna lie, I was doing a little underage consumption. I shouldn't have been, but I did. Don't come for me now, okay? I'm 40 and I don't drink, but I was drinking some liquor. And when we went to this party, this guy offered me a beer. Well, as soon as he handed me the beer, which I didn't want beer because I was drinking liquor, I saw these two guys like right in front of me, and I could tell they were undercover cops. Like, I had never been to a party before to even know that there was undercover cops for me to even, but I looked at these two guys and I was like, they don't belong. They don't belong. They were wearing clothes that were like outdated, like a couple of years, like outdated. I don't know. They just looked, and not like clothes are outdated, but you know what I mean? Like, they just, for the times, you can just tell that they were cops. So I sat it down. I sat the beer down. Would you know that officer that I called out, he's like, ma'am, because I went to like walk inside, and he got me for underage possession of a 16-ounce draft beer. Swear to you, that's what my ticket said. I was like, what? What? I didn't get arrested. Out of 24 people, I was the only one that didn't get arrested. I must have did something right, said something right. But yeah, he got me for underage possession of a 16-ounce draft beer. So even if you're in possession of the alcohol, if it's opened, I believe if you're 19, you can have it, I believe, if it's unopened, because that's like restaurant thing. But if it's open, you have to be 21, and I wasn't.
The only one that would make the most sense to me is that like love.
Oh,
like maybe like
the kicker is what they do, and this is how they get money for their towns. Okay, so what they do is they get all of these kids with these underage possession, consumption, whatever it is, charges. Then they offer them this beautiful, beautiful light at the end of your dark tunnel that you think you're in. You think, holy shit, I got to go tell my parents. Like, you know, you're thinking of all these things. It's called the diversion program. Meaning, if you come and give us some of your money, give us some money to the state or the town, you do some community service, whether it's like cleaning up the streets, or taking care of dogs or something at the shelter. And we will, put this, it'll be like under seal, like, you know what I mean? It won't be on your record. And when you hear of the diversion program, you're like, I'll take one of those, please, because you're literally in a room full of kids going to court. Do you want the diversion program? We all do. We're all guilty. We all want it. I even took it.
I don't know.
And technically, I mean, I was in possession of it, but it was for like a second. I don't know
who it would be, but like someone was jealous. That's the only thing that really makes sense. I don't know why anyone else would act out like that. Like, people act out over love. That makes sense to me, but like I don't see any other like why someone could like do that for any reason. Like I just can't find any motive for anyone. Is what I'm trying to say. Like it just doesn't make sense. It seems very senseless.
Well, most of them are. I mean, has it been released? I mean, like I said, we've been working on a whole separate homicide and got pulled into this one. Have they released how they were killed?
I don't know. I've just heard different rumors, like either drugs, stabbing. I've heard maybe some got stabbed, some didn't. Or I've heard from people that there's fentanyl. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
They're all making stuff up.
Okay, so it's.
I mean, we haven't heard anything from the
So
police.
the police haven't. I don't know.
I try not to look at the news because apparently I'm on it. So I don't. That makes me sick to like look at.
He said, I'm sick of the news because apparently I'm on it. Like, yeah, you're everywhere.
Because they have videos of me at the grub truck and so that's why the news is like trying to reach out to me.
Oh,
yeah.
So the grub truck must have some camera.
They stream. You know what Twitch TV is? It's a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure my daughter told me. But.
They're always parked like down by the bar, so they always have drunk kids coming there ordering food. So it's free content for them. So they're always streaming. And I guess the news outlets have been posting the videos of me standing with them and making up stories, I suppose. I haven't been like looking at them, but just some of my friends have been like telling me they're like talking about me or something. So it kind of sucks.
So
that does, because you shouldn't have. I'm just glad they were just watching the news outlets and they weren't saying YouTube, because it was on YouTube. Like, yeah, the news outlets played it after YouTubers played it. I mean.
So somebody must identify it. No one at the grub truck knows who you are, right?
I don't know how they identify me. It's someone from the news called me by name.
Okay. Do you remember? Yeah, I'm sorry. What
like not even my real name. That's crazy. They call me by Jack, like that's not even like I don't know, like on anything. I don't think. It's like weird.
So they called him Jack. Because what's his real name? Dang it, now I forget. David or something. David, I think his name's like Jack David or David Jack, with Jack David, I think, or something like that. And yeah, so I think only his friends like called him by Jack. And I think that's what the news or something called him by.
Are there any places that you know of up by, because you've been to Maddie and Xana's house before, right?
Like once, I think.
Okay.
I believe after the fact, I believe they all lived together, but like I didn't really know.
Okay.
I knew they lived over there. I didn't know exactly where they lived. Like the time I've been there, I think was when there was a different group of girls living there.
Okay.
Honestly.
Do you know any places up near their place that have cameras on the?
His name is John Jack Roger Showalter. Wow, that's a big name.
A lot of people are running Wi-Fi cameras in their houses.
I've noticed that I think there's like someone has one out front of one of like my building, but I don't think it's like really facing anything that's helpful. I think it's facing just out on, so maybe you could get someone going by that way. But yeah, I have seen, that's the only camera that I know of. I don't know what to, it's like one of the first.
So on your building, but on the.
Not on my building, it's like building closest to their house, I believe, facing towards like all the fraternities.
Okay.
I believe I saw in one of their windows they have an out-facing camera. But other than that, I have no clue. I don't think a lot of people our age invest in security cameras.
Right. Okay.
Well, I know they're sending us a bunch of security footage or something from Moscow. Of course, we haven't gotten it yet. And look, of that, I think, is that street that you live on?
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully we can get the comings and goings at least of that street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what all's going to be in the video package or what we're going to be required to look at, and I don't know where the camera is. Isn't there when you get out to 95, isn't there a gas station or something?
76?
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's where it's from. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where it's from.
Kind of far away though.
Yeah, that's a long way from action. I just don't know if the school has any on that whole apartment complex that's
None of the
where
fraternities,
Sam
none
lived?
of the fraternities would have anything. So.
Do you remember about
I'm surprised that the fraternities don't have cameras. Like in the common areas. Okay, maybe not the common, maybe not inside. That's their house.
so you left
Right. That's their home. Maybe not inside. But outside, I would see. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't put cameras outside.
Monday morning to come back home.
Like, yeah.
Is that right?
Probably noonish.
Noonish is when you left there?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what,
I got home at
6 hour drive? Okay, so, okay.
Yeah, they have to drive the speed limit, Miller.
Well, I also
And
go.
it's, he lives an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like going through, so I go through like, so you don't have to like wind through the mountains.
Okay,
Okay.
It's about like just the same amount of time. It doesn't really matter, but
yeah.
Yeah, you cut down through that way. Yeah.
it's a little flatter.
So really, from the time you got home from the Grub Hub and that hike you made, you don't really leave your house till you head for home?
No, I did. I left my house in the morning. In the morning, Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I picked something up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's the least of our,
We're not the
least of our worries.
Okay.
Which blows my mind because I was so confused about the times of everything because I would believe I think it was before 10 or around 10 that I would have done that. So I was either sitting watching football and went and done it, or I can't remember if I just did it and then watched football. But I drove past their house before the police must have been there, I was thinking. Because I swear that there wasn't police
When you went by?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there wasn't anyone outside. I don't think.
Or you didn't notice.
No, there was nobody there. 10 o'clock in the morning. No, he could have drove right by the house and he wouldn't have been none the wiser.
I don't know.
You would have known if the police had those.
yeah, but there would have been lights.
You would have known
Yeah.
because
There
that's probably the
millions.
biggest thing that's happened in that town crime-wise.
But like,
And-
that's what I'm saying. Like, I drove past their house and it didn't seem like anything was like unsettled. Like, I probably wasn't like looking because it's kind of tucked away. But
What do you drive?
got black out there.
Okay.
Oh, that was an
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. One thing I am going to ask, and we are asking everybody, I can't, from the little bit I know about the scene, I can't tell anybody about it. One reason is for rumors, and another reason is we have to protect the investigation.
Yeah.
But there was a struggle. And in a struggle, in our experience is there's going to be the perpetrator, the suspect's DNA. And I can't tell you how I know that. So we are asking everybody if they'll volunteer
Yeah, definitely.
buccal swab for DNA. We aren't going to put it in databases or anything like that. The only thing is,
I'm willing.
okay,
Okay. It's going to be for this only to be compared to,
He said, I'm willing. Didn't even, he cut him right off. We're not going to put it in data. No, I'm willing.
compared to but
stuff that we have for this case.
I'm 100% willing.
Okay,
Okay.
and that's really all the questions. I would ask,
You know what they could have done on the 16th? I remember they did a little thing called a press conference on the 16th. I remember. And you know what they could have done? They could have went out, Chief Fry. It was the second interview, or second time at the podium. I know he was scared. He had got like his little media training at this point, because after the first press conference, he was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to talk to people, and they got him the media training. He could have came out. They did come out and they said the rumor mill or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like these people are cleared rumor. No, like that's one thing. But you could have came out and been like, we interviewed him. He gave us his DNA. We're testing it now. And then he could have came back a later time and he could have said, not a match. But I mean, I know that they did have that beautiful website, you know what I mean? And they had like the rumored speculation and stuff like that. And it said these people were like rumored to be involved, but like it still didn't, but you could tell people until they're blue in the face. And they'll still think, right? They'll still think whoever they they think did it. This is Jack Showalter here. This is in Kaylee's boyfriend. Jack Decor was her boyfriend. This is Jack Showalter. This is the guy. This is Hoodie Guy from the Twitch video. So this is part 1 of his interview, and then we'll go over part 2 on our next live.
I'm not good on Snapchat. Obviously, I don't have time to Snapchat and Twitch or what all the stuff you told me out there. If you do hear something, you're a bright, smart kid that I don't want to hear every BS rumor out there or whatever. But if you do see something that comes across these social media and these chats, would you please let me know so I can follow it up or get somebody to follow up on it?
I don't know.
So like a person that seems like they know more than
Right.
the rest of everybody else, or
I don't even care if it's one of your house buddies that tells you a rumor. If I could just go to your house buddy and talk to him, because really I don't think the police up there have much.
That's the problem with the community too, is that we're all just shook because we don't have much either. Like, if anything, I thought our community would be able to quickly figure out who this person could be, and that's not happening.
No. And feel free, that's my cell phone number and my contact on the other side. Feel free, if one of your buddies has something, you can give them that number. I'm always answering the phone, and if not, just leave a message. That means I'm busy. But
And you guys are the state?
we're the state, yeah.
yeah.
It's painless, just rubs on the inside of your cheeks, you know.
You have two.
I'll show you some pictures and video of Murphy when we're done. There's a few more on Insta.
Just run 2 together, just open your mouth. Just get this side.
No,
And then go to the other side.
I know what. I remember, and I said, there's two
Just like that.
but there's school.
Yeah, they're, I'm just getting home from work, but it sounds like some news agency tried to reach him. Is that,
I can't.
I don't want him to talk to anybody,
Okay,
but.
I can't advise that either way. I would say this is, if my son did go to you, if I was, the news wanted to talk to him, I wouldn't allow
Yeah,
my
okay.
son to.
That's what I told him. I'm like, no one. Police, it's okay. Just no one else.
That's nice. Free information. I mean, free valuable information. And he took it. You don't know what they're going to do with that information, and you just have no idea.
And you probably know from just a little bit you watched on the chats, there are going to be wild rumors, wild speculation. There's going to be attention seekers. There will be all that going on.
I'm just not looking at the news right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's very.
But they're supposed to be, I think Moscow PD is supposed to be saying something in like 30 minutes. I think they're doing a brief.
Look at that. Didn't even know it. I think Moscow's supposed to be doing a briefing in about 30 minutes. Let's take that back. Man, you got a good memory.
Going on.
I'm just not looking at the news right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's very.
But they're supposed to be, I think Moscow PD is supposed to be saying something in like 30 minutes. I think they're doing a briefing or something.
Like a,
So I think this would probably be like 3:30 because I think they did them at like 4 o'clock. Our time.
catch up thing
Whatever
or something.
they don't have, they don't have any information or something.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, if you, and I'll leave you my
Thank
card
you.
for you and your husband too.
Thank you.
Let me put my cell number on there.
Okay. Yeah, my husband may want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could do like going forward? Just sit tight, I know there's not much I can do.
No, there's not much you can do. Like I said, if you get some information from your frat buddies or anybody, you can pass that on to us.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much to do. Generally, and I'll say this generally, crimes like this we can solve fairly quickly. But we're down here and there's a whole different group of officers up there working. So
Are there state police up there now?
there are
working on
state
it?
police. We have an office in Lewiston. So those detectives from that office are up there helping. And I think FBI's Violent Crime Task Force is helping. So hopefully they make some progress real quick. I mean, I can guarantee you just from the few statements I've heard from the local politicians, they want this thing over quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, everybody does.
No
I
one's
mean,
gonna
these
return to
kids are just
school.
all,
No one's gonna go back to school until they figure this out.
I don't think they will. I think they're
Yeah.
scared. And I
Yeah.
think they should be. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not mean to think that sounds scary, but I would be
It is
scared. I wanted him home. Yeah.
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 Okay. But that's it. And if you have any questions or you have problems from somebody, give me a call. And because there's quite a few, well, there used to be quite a few, but we have a few detectives down here. We can,
If someone does show up to our house,
this is private property and you can ask them to please get off private property.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then you let us do that.
Yep.
You just stay inside.
And then, yeah, if there seems to be like a whole bunch of people, I would actually probably just call police
Yeah.
and say, hey, no,
Can you-
can we?
Is this
Station
city
somebody.
limits up here?
Mhm.
we're on.
So,
So county.
You're right
Full
here.
road, isn't this full road private? Even if they turn left, that's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
private.
It
This
is.
road is a private road.
it is.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. So we would
Yeah.
call.
The news doesn't care. Sorry. You can have a private road. You can have a private driveway. Hell, you can have a private front door. And Brian Denton, he'll walk up to it. I mean, and he's news daddy. So I don't think a private drive would have mattered. Koberger had a private drive. You know who went up in that house and knocked on the door? First person? Brian Denton. Yeah. Man, Brian Denton's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He really is. He says private. That doesn't mean shit.
Like that, yeah.
I just don't want, yeah, oh my
Yep.
God, poor kid.
Yeah, if you have, some cones or tape or whatever, you could go throw it up at where the street turns
Yeah.
into private across so that,
And if you guys do start getting harassed, that's another reason to call me and then maybe I can work
we can,
With
something.
Ada County or whatever, yeah.
Right.
Just get somebody down. I just don't want
Yeah.
that to happen to him. But I couldn't believe a news agency already somehow
I
has
think
his
too,
name. I'm like, how do they have your
There's
name?
numbers I'm not picking up now because I'm only, like if it's like a California number or like a East Coast number, I'm not picking up.
No,
And normally, like since I work in, like it's normal for me to like pick up those areas
Yeah.
because I have to some,
Yeah.
but they're from other places.
yeah.
So this is preventing him from even being able to work because he can't answer certain numbers.
Okay,
Okay.
well, hey, thank you for
yeah.
talking to us and I'm sorry you're going through it.
If you guys need anything else, free to help, whatever I can.
Oh, what? Well, no, I'll just get a hold of you. As I say, because you're not going to answer my number unless you put it in your phone.
Well, I can put your number.
Well, yeah, just put it in your phone so you would answer
Yeah, you
this
put
call.
that one in. And what's your best cell number to get you? Oh, for me?
Yeah.
And I'm really a jerk, but my mom's called me since I was.
So Steve,
People always ask me where that like comes from, and I can't tell people, and I just tell them.
it's weirdly a
I think it's a
nickname
thing.
for John. And
So it's,
they called
that's
him
what
John. Yeah. I don't know why we were gonna call you John, but
I
then,
feel like a few
I don't
people
know
definitely do.
you know, things just happen.
Just happens and that's how it is, yep.
What's your son doing now? Oh, good for him. What a great job.
Pretty good money, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real happy about the money. Now, when it turns cold, he goes, hey, this is kind of cold out here.
Yeah.
Yep, so.
Well, cool.
All right.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Oh my gosh, you got 100 kids?
just booked up with the houses you're gonna do?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
how,
kids. Well,
Good luck.
poor little kids.
Okay.
Thank
Yep.
you for what you're doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
And at approximately 4:02.
So that's part one. Let me see. Put me back up here. Oh, put me back up there. Okay. I'm gonna see I know the part 2 is like an hour and 11 minutes. Okay, so the next part will be on a different day. So I'm like, what do they do? Go back in the house? And they bring him down to looks like Moscow Police Department. And that will be, we'll go over that either tomorrow. We'll go on our next live. So probably tomorrow. And this is Jack Showalter's second interview. And it's on December the 6th. So by that time, we already know he had been harassed so much by like the internet, news organizations were saying his name. I mean, just everybody. After hearing that, I feel so bad for that kid. Like, I mean, I'm glad that we watched the video like humans. Like, some of these people are animals out here. We watched it with like I don't know, we think with our brains or something over here, because we saw him go towards the girls and then he went the other way. And we were like, oh, he went the other way. Like, he didn't do it. Like, it was kind of like that. It was, and now I remember saying specifically, I said, the only way he would have been able to do this, probably, like, if it was him, I said, he would have had to have somehow, like, snuck around and went back the opposite way. Because this was before we realized the girls even had a ride share. We thought they were walking. We didn't know. Like, we had no clue. And, you know, November 13th, November 14th, the 15th, the 16th, we were getting, like, things from press conferences. They had one on the 14th, they had one on like the 16th or something, but we weren't really getting anything like from the community, because they are so close knit and tight knit that they all shut up. Like, literally that. I mean, if you want to live in a good town, it sounds like Moscow is a pretty good town to live in. I mean, they don't talk about each other there. I mean, they're just like, we don't say nothing. Now, if that was my old town, shoot, they would have been like, she did it. But he, like, yeah, he was a really nice kid. He was really nice. He was very forthcoming. He wasn't trying to be like somebody that he's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He just was being him, I guess. So. Well, Lion Man, we'd love to have you over here in America. It's beautiful here. I will say that it is beautiful. Like, we have such you know, it's like, you know, you have different areas, or like, you know, just the West Coast from the East Coast. It's all completely, it's really different here. I love it. He's respectful. Yeah. And I don't believe it because his mama was there, because when his mama wasn't there, he invited him in. He said, my mom or my parent will be home soon. And, you know, that was nice that she asked these officers, like, what would you do? You know, the news is calling. I'm glad ISP was there and it wasn't Moscow. I'm glad that it was, you know, ISP went and they were able to be like, don't talk to the news. You know what I mean? Moscow might have been like, well, we don't really know what to tell you. I mean, just if you probably don't want to, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. ISP, like, they knew what they were doing. And plus, they're like trying to, if you think about it, all these kids after this, right? This murder happens. And I mean, like, they should have, they all just disperse like little cockroaches out of that town, right? I don't know how many kids they interviewed in total, but there was a lot of them and they had to go find them. And I remember them making such a big deal when they had to go to a different state, you know, to interview. It was like Dylan or Bethany, one of them. I think both of them actually. And I remember people making a big deal of that. I'm just like, I would go home too. Like, that would be my first call. My first call, it wouldn't be to my friends. Nope. If I found out my roommates were murdered in the middle of the night and I was in the house, if I was Bethany or Dylan, I don't even know if I would, as 911 is being called, I might have been on the phone with my parent at that same time. And I'm not even kidding. My personality, I would have been like, Mama, Mommy, Daddy, come get me, please, 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 please. Like, I would have got, you know, help from my friends, but I would have been on the phone with my parents too. Like, because I would have known my phone would be taken by cops or something, you know, like, nah, not on my time. We'll talk whenever my parents get here. You know, you'd want your parents there. I would want them. I mean, I'm 40 and I still want them. Dylan lived in Boise. Thank you, PKC. And remember when they found her? I don't even think it was her. It was like her sister. And they put her on the cover of like Daily Mail. Good night. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you found us. Yes, we are some cool people. You found some cool people, Twisted. We hope to see you again. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. All states are different. That's what I mean. Like you have like the Tornado Alley. You have those people that are like, those people are heroes. I don't even know. You got to be either out of your mind or out of your mind to live in Tornado Alley, in my opinion. You know, like they just be sitting out on their porch. There's a tornado. I don't know how y'all do it. Like as soon as I hear the tornado sirens, I would be like, oh my God, I could just picture it. You know, like have you seen those TikTok videos where like the woman's like doing all the things to get her child ready for like a tornado or something? And it's like, ma'am, if your kid gets blown in a tornado, that little air tag that you just dropped into his Band-Aid, put it on his arm or whatever, plastered it with some duct tape that's going to hurt to take off. The tornado, I think the air tag's going to be gone. Ooh, I'm not going to the Grand Canyon either, but I want to go. You live in Hurricane. See, Cuffy, you guys you're a different breed out there. You guys just watch the tornadoes going by like Twister. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid. We had a Twister here. We had a tornado here. I slept through it. So that's crazy. Yeah, barely paralyzed. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does paralyze you. Yeah. You don't know what to do. So you just kind of stand there like they were doing, you know? Like, you can't go home, but you don't really have anywhere else to go. But you know what I mean? So you're just like kind of like lost and sitting there. Yeah. You lost your house to a hurricane? I was talking about a hurricane? Not even a tornado? I don't like the way I don't like hurricanes. I don't like anything with water. That just, yeah, we party. See, like the guy in Florida when he was in his canoe, just, I could never. PSA on a tornado. Yeah. I could do a PSA on a tornado. Please do not go near tornadoes. Go into the storm shelter. Don't put a Band-Aid with your kid's name on it on his arm. Have you seen those little TikToks? Oh my gosh, they're really popular right now. They'll get millions of views. It's like this woman's going and taking her kid, putting it in a walk-in closet, like I have here. Like, ma'am, if you have that many tornadoes where you're worried like that and you're be putting all this stuff on your kid, you need to get a storm shelter. That'd be the first thing if I lived in Tornado Alley and I was house hunting, it would have to have a storm shelter or a fallout shelter, whatever they're called. But either will do because I just need it underground. Just need it underground. Yeah, Band-Aid that on that PSA. I wish I could find those little ones for you. I was going to show you this before we got up here. So, our pal Murphy, the dog, he lives a good life, We can't deny it. We can't deny it. He lives a good life. He has 129K followers now. Who's he following? 5 people he's following. Let's see. Aubrey, Autumn, Kaylee. Oh, he's following Jack. Olivia. Wow. All of the Gonzalez family. That's cute. That's pretty sweet. Okay. I think they said these 3 were new. So let's see what they are. Okay. These are from 40 weeks ago, so maybe not too new. I think this is the one we already saw, but we'll watch it again. Look at him. We don't even have this life. I'm not taking walks like this every day. I take a walk around the block with my dogs. I'm like, let's go in. So Murphy's living his best life, Here he is again by the fire. It's a nice looking fire. They're just out in the woods. 2 bros, They're swimming together. I mean, like, this is cute. Like, I would get in that water. It's pretty clear. Oh, that's really cute. Why can't my dogs do cute pictures like this? They're too busy fighting. Huh. That's cute. So that's one of them. Look at him. He's just living his like literally 29 weeks ago. So this is like same day, I would say, same trip. I liked it, so we must have already went through these ones. Oh, we did because he's on the boat, remember? And I was like, I ain't even on a boat. Beautiful views. Very, very, very pretty. He's small. He must be a mini golden. Do you guys think so? I mean, he looks pretty small. Look at his little legs, though. I think he's a mini. Isn't that like the one that's like in the middle? And they're like a middle one, and then I think he's the mini. And then this one came out 4 weeks or 14 weeks ago. So we didn't see this one. That must be their little House on Wheels. Look at that. Oh, he has a friend. Oh my goodness. That's like my favorite picture. Oh, that's a good one. He looks a lot bigger there. And this is Jack, her ex-boyfriend. Kaylee's ex. I wish you would have got that on film because it's cute. They're running. Oh, who's he waiting for? That's a cute picture. So yeah, there's Murphy. Isn't he adorable? Betsy, I can feel that with my Araya. I was looking at her last night. I don't know where she's at. I was looking at her last night. I was like, don't you get any older? Because my animals are getting older. I don't like it. My cat makes this weird noise. It sounds like a fire truck or something. I don't know. It's crazy. And I think he's going blind and he just like forgets where he's at, or he like loses his sight for a minute. But then I just call for him and then he's fine. So and Murphy has a good life. Like he's gonna have the best life, you know. And a lot of times Jack will include pictures of Kaylee with Murphy too. And I think that's sweet. I know that he'll probably never be over her, and that's really sad. So but thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. If you guys didn't catch the beginning of the live, we went over Asget's new video. It is a 3D animation of the second part of kind of what happened the night of the murders. So we went through the first part. It's been some time ago, but we went over the second part tonight. And then the third part, she said she'll have out shortly. So we'll go over that after it's out for a few days, give her the views and everything. It's great to be back on camera. It had been a week and a day since I had been on camera with you guys since my surgery. I'm so glad to be back. So glad my face is healed for the most part. My stomach's getting there and we're healing. We're healing over here. She told me I can't work out for 2 weeks. We're going to start out small on Monday. Like, don't do me like that. I know. I wish Murphy would have bit him or clawed him or something. I know, Lorna. Thanks, Betsy. They were huge. Now they're going down there looking good. Aging does suck. And I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. So my next gig, when I'm like 70, 60, 70, I don't know. You guys tell me, 60 or 70, we're going to do a facelift. Because I think I can go get away with saying the metal. Just hear me out. I'm be old, but I'm thinking ahead. This metal might pull down my skin a little bit. And then I might just scream facelift. And you have to do it on both sides. You have to do it on both. Yeah, Betsy, it all hurt. My face hurt. My face had like little pricks all over it, like where you could see like the blood came to the surface. She was like, girl, you were bleeding a little bit. I was like, oh, thanks. And was I? She's like, yeah, but I'm anemic. So I mean, that makes sense. But yeah, there was like little pin pricks. And then this eye, you can kind of see it, but not really. It was like black. And then the side of my face is like green a little bit. I don't have any makeup on tonight. But yeah, it was a bigger surgery than I thought. I think it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. But it literally, my lips didn't even come into play until we literally were going back for surgery. And I was like, you could put a little bit of that on my lips. And she's like, oh, she's like, well, I was kind of planning on it. So she was already kind of planning, doing her thing. So, you know, but I was like, I asked, and she's like, yeah. I was like, well, look at that. They might be able to find you one. Hello, Marcella. I haven't asked her yet, Betsy. I go see her on the 8th. I'm going to ask her because once you have them, you're not going to want to go back, I think. I mean, I could. My mom never got her lips done. But I think they stay for a while. And they were big. They were like, if you guys, I'll have to show you a picture sometime. But I was taking pictures. I was like, oh my God. I thought Vincent was going to like leave me or something. I mean, they were huge. But yeah, the body absorbs it. I think they just like go down after a while. Yeah. The body absorbs it and like turns it into like new like tissue. So, but yeah, that's how like that's why we had to do the face again, because I had a different one, a different way done the first time, and it went away after a few years. So, but thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it, and I'm glad I'm back on camera with you, and I'm glad that I'm back. So I'll see you guys all later. Have a wonderful evening and have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Oh, and actually, before you leave, tomorrow we are going to talk about crazy girl that remember DoorDash girl that took the picture of the guy butt naked on the couch, and then she screamed essay. Yeah, they're not letting her off easily. We have her to talk about, and then Ashley, the psychic TikTok, she's back doing psychic TikTok shit. So we have her to talk about. So we'll do that probably on the second channel. So make sure you're subscribed to Unfiltered with Tanya. If you're not, it's TANYA. Right there it is. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't want to be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement. Yeah, there's no replacement for persistence. It's a patience. Yeah, in this life, I wanna be soaring to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah.